This is the Mind of the Meanie. Here are your hosts, the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard.
Peace world. Welcome everybody to the Mind of the Meanie, your weekly peek into the world, according to former WWE superstar, ECW original, and co-star of the London Film Critics Best Picture winner, The Wrestler, the Blue Meanie. We'll cover wrestling, music, movies, sports, and lots of useless knowledge, all contained in the Mind of the Meanie. I'm your tour guide, Adam Barnard, and he is the Blue Meanie. Meanie! What's on your mind?
Oh, man. Does the fun ever start?
Does it ever end? It's all cyclical.
Man, just been quite a week. Sorry for the folks who missed the show last week. We did a best of with everything with the holiday and all that good stuff. But yeah, just personally, just been a crazy week. Nothing horrible, but a little trying, so to speak. But I've faced worse in my life, but I'm doing good. Just very tired. Could use a lot of coffee. Could use a lot of sleep. But I'm doing good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Life is vastly improved. For those of you that have been following on social media, I was sans job for a minute in my shoot job. And I have began working as of this week, and I'm trying to get used to it not being a shit show at the office all the time. Because it used to be like I should not exist in a world all the time where my fucking fight or flight defenses are going off when a Teams call happens. So that's been weird, like trying to adjust to life where it's like I'm not fucking panicking every day I'm at work. And it's also 30 minutes from my house, which is phenomenal. So, the quality of life has vastly improved, but life is good. I have a big surprise that I'm going to drop here.
Oh, geez.
Okay. Can you hit the news button? And then also the other button that we talked about.
A little inside baseball. We were playing with sounds earlier. Which one do you want first?
Do the news. Actually, do the trimmed one first, and then the news beat.
This beauty.
The Blue Meanie.
Tomorrow, well, actually today, while you're listening to this, I will be doing press for The Hawk, which is the new Netflix show. And I believe, as of right now, as long as nothing changes on their end, I will be speaking to both Luke Wilson and Will Ferrell.
Fucking phenomenal.
I legit had to share it with you guys first. Had you guys heard it here first, and as you're listening to this, you'll be knowing later on. And usually I don't talk about this shit because I don't like to jinx myself, but I feel pretty confident in it. And brother, I am very excited. So hopefully, as it goes in wrestling and in the rest of the world, things can change. Things can change rather quickly. But usually these kinds of things come through. So I'm very excited for you. If you haven't seen The Hawk, it'll be coming out Netflix. I think I want to say Thursday or Friday. It's the 16th, whatever day of the week that is. I think that's Thursday. So it's Luke Wilson and Jimmy Tatro, who plays Will Ferrell's son. He plays Lonnie Hawkins as a golfer. So definitely want to check that out. But yeah, very excited, man. The good folks at Netflix are going to have us over there with TheSportster. So lots of cool shit coming from that. So make sure you check it out. But other than that, man, life is fucking good. I cannot complain. And we have so much to fucking... there's been a lot of stuff going on since we've been away. And we are ready to jump right in. But I want to shout out to the pod squad here. Mass Sanity, our resident historian. Greetings and salutations and a pleasant bubba booey to you, sir. Jesse Brown is here. Good morning, everybody. And good morning to you. Matt from Dover is here. Good morning to you, sir. Jesse Brown says, waited all night for 20 seconds. Now I know how my girlfriend feels. And that's going to be coming up in our Ask Me Any question. So you'll understand that one later. I'm going to hide that one for now. Let's see what else we got. We got Matthew Elvis Presley is here. He says, good morning, everyone. Let's hear it for the leader of the Blue Line and our tribal beef, the Blue Meanie. Acknowledge him. Good morning. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Mass Entity says, I have a nice 32-ounce Wawa iced coffee right now. Brother, inject that into your fucking veins, man. That's that is where
leave that up because little pro tip. I get I'll go to Wawa. I'll get the ice cold. I'll get the cold brew, and I'll select leave room for milk. But when I get my coffee, I'll go over to the hot coffee section and I'll put the cinnamon churro coffee a little bit, mix it up a little bit, and drink it, and give my my cold brew a little bit of flavor that way. But
little excitement in there. I like it. Little flavor.
It's not overbearing. It's just a nice little hint. Because man, the Wawa cold brew is fucking stiff as fuck.
Oof. Yeah, not just stiff, man, but that shit'll put hair on your chest. I literally feel there is no caffeine that hits harder than the Wawa cold brew. When I drink that shit, man, I'm like,
you're punching daylight, man.
For real, dude. I feel like I should have just done a line. Like, it's just insanity. Just like I'm sure my pupils have fully dilated at that point. But yeah, everything is good, guys. Thank you very much. Meanie's Coffee Hacks. That should be the name of the episode today. I'm gonna write that down. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for being here, everyone. We appreciate it. So Meanie, we got some good stuff going on. We're gonna just run right through these.
Congratulations to you too, man.
Oh, thank you very much. Like I said, it's been a wild couple of weeks and a wild year. Honestly, man, it's just been crazy with the media stuff and just taking off and it's been really crazy. But actually, I have one story to tell you before we get into what I was going to tell you, or over start with rather, because again, lots of shit to go over. I was over at the Royal Farms the other day. I was stopping to get some protein bars for my new job, and as a reminder, when I interviewed Steve-O a couple weeks ago, he started the show started the interview by asking me if anybody had ever told me that I looked like Ricky Gervais. And I was like, no, I don't usually get that. But, and I wasn't going to tell him that people said James Corden when I was fucking like 60 pounds heavier, because that pissed me off. James Corden's a fucking bell end. But shout out to Joe Biamonte teaching me good English verb. But I was like, no, I don't usually get that. I get this or I get that, whatever. And he's like, man, I legit thought it was you were Ricky Gervais. So I'm standing in line to check out. And I guess there was this new guy there. His name is Billy. Shout out to Billy, the counter guy. And he goes, anybody ever tell you? He's like, how often a day do you hear you look like Ricky Gervais? And I was like, oh God. So this is a thing now. Okay. So now apparently I'm the American Ricky Gervais. So
let's say he saw the interview and he's just ribbing you.
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible he may have seen it, but
dude, you look like face.
Yeah, dude. That's legit. I hope it's all right. I don't know if they were recording, but that's literally how he answered the phone. Yeah, dude. I was like, oh, this should not have started any other way. But
yeah,
Meanie, it's been a fucking wild week and a half, 2 weeks in wrestling. We talked about Samuel Zahn, of course, winning the WWE World's Undisputed Heavyweight Championship of the world. And now, within 9 days, Coleman Punk, Pepsington Philadelphia Brooks, wins the title from Sami Zayn. On Monday, he wins it on a Monday night. And then on Wednesday, not Tuesday, Wednesday, Kenneth Tiberius Omega wins the AEW World's Heavyweight Championship. And holy Santa Claus shit.
Yeah.
Wrestling is on fire right now. How do you feel about Omega and Punk? Did you get a chance to watch any of the matches? I just wanted your take on both of them.
I live in a highlights type world. There's a lot of wrestling on TV. Like I said, people are talking about, ratings and all this stuff, but social media will show you everything you ever need to know. I did watch Sammy win the title, which was cool. I hate when the title gets passed around a lot. And somebody had said that he was going to be a transitional champion. I was hoping that wouldn't be true, but because people are like, oh, he'll just lose it to so and so at SummerSlam. And I'm like, we'll see. But I should have seen it coming. When the Raw was booked for Chicago. That's usually the big wink wink or that's the big tell, so to speak, when these things happen. But it's crazy how Sammy, when he won, he got like a mega pop,
Yeah.
So, everybody was cheering, and then like over in the States, he's been getting booed, which is kind of crazy, which I think should lead to his El Generico arc. He should go, but maybe go a little crazy, grab the mask, and become El Generico again, just for a little run. But I didn't get to see the Punk win because just like I said, I've been going through some crazy stuff too. But I saw the highlights of Omega winning, and I mean, if anybody deserves to win, the hold the AEW belt, it's definitely Kenny. Kenny's been through a lot too, with health issues and wondering if he's going to retire, and the fact that he's the AEW champion in 2026, is a testament to his willpower because he's been through a lot.
Yeah.
He had he had a couple surgeries. He said it on a live stream that he's like, I don't know how longer I got physically. Yeah. So for him and the Max to go out there and have a banger of a match, it's just a testament to Kenny.
Yeah.
So I saw an interesting fact. The last time the 2 world titles for the top 2 companies in America changed hands was, I think it was McFoley. The week McFoley won the belt. I think Hulk Hogan got the belt. The WCW and WWE belts.
Actually,
it's up on the screen.
While you mentioned that, but our resident professor said the same thing. It was the infamous finger poke of doom.
Yeah, sometimes when I get into a train of thought, I'm looking at all the art on the wall and stuff like that. I look down the screen and there's the professor right there.
I was going to say, Professor's got that ESPN shit going on right up here. He's reading lines,
He's our pop-up video,
That's right. Pop-up video. Good shit, pal. Yeah, it was dude, it was I don't think anybody deserves to win more than Kenny Omega right now. Yeah. And I think getting a chance to watch that match and just seeing how good he actually still is. And I don't say that in a way that like there was a time where I was like, oh yeah, Kenny Omega isn't great, right? Like, because he's one of the best that's ever done it, But when I spoke to him, it was very much the same thing where it was like, I don't know how much longer I have left. I don't know how much more I can still do. I don't know if my body's going to, like, call it the big Kenny Omega experiment. And so he went and did what he was supposed to do, and he crushed it. I mean, that match with MJF was phenomenal. And to their credit, Punk and Sammy was incredible too. Like, they put on an absolute fucking banger of a match. Both matches were phenomenal. I don't know why they missed that 5-star mark. I have some thoughts, but in my book, if you're asking Goober's rating, that was a 5-star match. Both were. Both deserve the accolades. And then also too, Mass Entity says this too. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay is the best money match, and AEW can do it all in. But I don't know if MJF should have lost the title for the second time in 2 months. That's a good thing. That's a good question to bring up too, as far as like MJF losing it that quickly, Sami Zayn losing it that quickly. I feel more inclined to believe that, and again too, like we've talked about, wrestling is at its best when it's as unpredictable as possible. And I don't necessarily mind the hot potatoing of the title as long as it's leading to something, right? So I think Omega and Ospreay and now Punk and Cody, like they're trying to do those things. But I don't necessarily know if I hate Sammy being a quote unquote transitional champion as much as I love the fact that he finally won the big one.
Yeah, I love that he finally won the title. Losing it in 9 days sucks, but it could lead to bigger things for when he, there's a video of him after the match. I don't know if it was just on social media, his social media or WWE social media, where he just he's freaking out going, how does he get to come back, and have a match and blah, 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 F him and that mother effer and,
yeah,
mother fucks him and, see where that leads to,
Yeah. Yeah, and Mass Entity said the same thing too. He's like, I won't write off Sami Zayn as a transitional champion until I see where this goes. Yeah, I don't think Sammy's done in the title picture. I don't think Sammy's done. I think Gunther's going to be involved in it. I mean, there's so much. Finn Balor
could lead to a 4-way at SummerSlam, maybe.
It's possible. I don't see. I don't think they're going to do anything else but have Cody and Punk. I have this weird feeling like television's Rock the Dwayne Johnson's coming back though. I don't know, man. I just have this weird feeling in my gut like he's going to show up at some point this upcoming week, or rather that weekend in Minnesota. I don't know. Yeah. I just I got the bubble guts about it. I got the itis in my belly thinking about it. So I mean, it wouldn't be. I don't know. I don't know. I have thoughts about the Cena thing, but in any event, I just thought it was wonderful. Thought it was fantastic. It's been an incredible couple of weeks in wrestling, and it's really, I feel like, starting to fire on all cylinders. But Friday night, friend of the show and Westchester's finest, Baron Corbin, returned to WWE.
Yeah.
And got himself inserted right into the United States Championship picture. And I wanted to get your thoughts on Baron Corbin.
Good to see him back. Always been a fan. And he maybe kind of tipped his hand a little bit, changing his social media tags ahead of going back, but hey, great talent. I don't think he should have ever, been cut, the first time, but
right.
Hey, he got to have, put a little seasoning on himself, Sometimes people go start their careers, go right to WWE and never get to fully experience what it's like to go to other promotions.
Mm-hmm.
He got to go to MLW, do a couple, good things. And, he's back in WWE, maybe with a different appreciation of what it's like to be a professional wrestler. Of course, he started off in the NFL, came to WWE, did great things, when he first got in. Like I said, now he's got that otherworldly experience of going to a different promotion, wrestling elsewhere, and now he's back. And I'm excited to see where that goes because I've always been a fan of his work, always been a fan of the person, always been a fan of his barbecuing videos, and stuff like that. But yeah, man, he's a good piece to put into the puzzle of WWE to add more, matchups, for the lack of a better term. But it can only be good for the product. Sometimes you need fresher faces. That's why I like, that's why I love, WWE's got, they got AAA, they got NXT. I just saw Damian Priest, go down to AAA, cut a promo. And I think that's great. Sometimes you can go somewhere else for a little bit, get off, TV, the WWE TV, get on the AEW, get on the AAA TV.
Yeah.
Fresh coat of paint. So when you come back to WWE, you're fresh again. Not saying he was stale, but it's good to move pieces around.
Well, right. And I think to that point too about Corbin as well. Like, I mean, and Corbin and I are homies outside of the wrestling world. Shout out to the Westchester crew and Cam Taylor and Mike Beckert and all them. And so I texted him because I saw the reports and shit online, and I was seeing him talk about different things. He's like, "Didn't we just go through this?" And I was like, "Oh, you." And I sent him the tweet, and I was like, "Oh, you took the words right out of my mouth." And then I saw him on TV, and the first thing I did was pick up the phone and text him. I'm like, selling bastard, welcome back. And he was like, I'm excited to see the guy. I think not just because he's the homie, but I think he's great in the ring. He's fantastic at what he does.
Yes.
He has an incredible work ethic. And also, too, he's considered one of the safest performers in the business. There's a reason they put him with people like Gable Steveson when he first started, and they had him do the end of days on Becky Lynch on purpose because he's, like people love the guy, and it's hard not to want to root for him, even when he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
I felt like they really did him a disservice with all of the gimmick changes. I think the bum ass Corbin stuff was probably some of his best work.
Dude, his promos as bum ass Corbin,
man, dude,
were fucking great.
So good, man. But his lone wolf stuff and the nomad stuff is fucking phenomenal. Like, they could really do something good with that. And I think if they give him the US title again, maybe they move him back to Raw. Maybe they put him in the World Heavyweight Championship picture. I could absolutely see that happen. I know the people are like, "Oh, you fucking Baron Corbin, are you kidding me?" No, I'm not kidding you. He's fucking great. And if you don't think so, you're blind.
Yeah.
And that's what I have to say about that.
That's all I gotta say about that.
Oh,
Eventually, I would love to see Baron Corbin have for my own personal amusings, have Baron Corbin have a program with Damian Priest, because
oh yeah.
when Priest was coming up on the Indies, and he went to Ring of Honor, and also fans kept chanting Baron Corbin at him for some reason, as if it was like an insult. So Priest would purposely like throw in a Baron Corbin fucking spot just to to fuck with the fans, a little bit, or have Baron Corbin and Priest, pair up, you
That would
know,
be
as a
pretty. That would be an interesting one.
yeah, as a faction. I think those two guys would work well together. But to me, it's just amusing that they're both under the WWE umbrella after Priest had been, fans would say to him like it was a heckle, which he didn't take it as an insult. He was like, all right, this guy's good, But it would be cool to see Corbin and Priest do something.
Yeah, and also speaking of friend of the show, Damian Priest, of course, he's going to be at Ben Salem Beer on Wednesday, July 15th from 4 to 6, doing an appearance, and looks like some signings as well. So, is 1919 Street Road in Ben Salem on Wednesday, July 15th. So, always like to shout out the homies where we can, sir.
Absolutely, I got nothing but love for Priest.
Yep, and Mass Sanity says, "Wait a second, a wrestler didn't tell you when he would be showing up at a show." I know, it's unprecedented. It's unprecedented, Meanie.
Yeah, I mean, I would never.
I couldn't imagine knowing a wrestler or someone in the industry and him not telling me, hey, I'm going to be at this particular show, or, well, I don't know, just picking something out of the air, a Ring of Honor show in Philadelphia. I don't know. I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
Listen, I've been very clear. Let me be clear. I love being no sold. Because it made I didn't know that you were going to be there in Philly. I didn't know he was going to be on TV, and I had the exact same reaction when you both came out. Holy shit! I'm jumping up and down. I'm like, oh, this is great.
That's the desired effect.
Yeah.
People are like, oh, kayfabe said, fuck you.
I'll show you, bastards.
I'll show you, kayfabe.
That's right. Yeah,
kayfabe and motherfucker.
That's right. Mass Entity.
I know where a lot of bodies are buried. So.
And Rob Van Dam and I text about that when the ones from Las Vegas show up from the Mafia. There were rumors that Corbin would end up being Danhausen's Frankenstein monster. I thought it should end up with Danhausen hitting a switch and then having Corbin just show up. That would have been pretty funny, and I'm sure Corbin would have been game for that too. So,
I mean, I would have loved if PCO was his Frankenstein monster. It makes all the sense in the fucking world,
Or maybe like Abyss.
That too. I mean, he is the monster Abyss. So
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Who I'm holding out hope for that world title run? You know who I'm going to say. Cross. I want Cross back. I'm just going to throw it out there. I want Cross back. We're just going to throw it out. Go throw it out there.
Yeah.
So
it would not suck.
It would not suck. It would be the opposite of sucking, actually, if we were being honest. But
she's still from suck to blow.
I was gonna hold off on this for a little bit longer, man, with the Ask Meanie questions, but we got a lot here today, and a lot of these questions tie into what we were going to talk about for the rest of the show. So,
Blue Meanie, very cursed.
I got a question for you, pal. When you have a second, if you have a thought, maybe a shimmering idea in the back of my head, we're sitting and thinking, going over some stuff.
Yes.
Doing some transactions. Are you ready to ask Meanie?
I would love to. I'm excited to ask Meanie anything. Ask me something.
And also, Matt from Dover says that Meltzer knew he was coming back, but then Matthew Elvis Presley said Meltzer knew Mabel was the third man.
Amazing.
Oh, brother. Meanie, what do you say? You know what, Meanie? I could sure go for a Baby Ruth right now.
Baby Ruth?
But I'd love to know, what are you sipping on, pal?
Hey, this sounds like it should be discussed. Well, not. The name of the line of seltzer sounds disgusting, but the actual flavor is good. Waterloo Sparkling Water did Guy Fieri's Flavor Town, which sounds disgusting.
Yeah.
Root beer float.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You'll have to let me know how it is.
Yeah.
I'll have to give it a shot. Give it a try. I got a couple more of these left. I think they might have them over at the Aldi's, but they have the red, white, and blue sparkling frost cheap shit, which is really solid. Actually, I'm rather impressed by this. So I hope that's right, Matt. That's right. That's Goofa Duty, as my son used to call him. Goofa Duty. The blessed used to be the blessed one, not so much anymore. But we're gonna crack these suckers here, and hope you're sipping on anything fun wherever you're at. I'm gonna crack them in 3, 2, 1. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Listen to that seltzery goodness. Pinkies up. Cheers, beers.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
Cheers.
This is a drizzling shits.
I can't remember what regular air smells like.
All right, let's see where we're at here. We're going to start at the top here. Matt from Dover says, hey, Meanie, did you watch the Conor McGregor fight last night?
Sorry, I blinked. I blinked, sir.
That was the Jesse Brown waited all night for 20 seconds. Now I know how my girlfriend feels. That was what that was in context too.
Yeah, fuck, man. And right before I came on, somebody on social media posted a video that Conor might have been already injured going into this fight, because if you watch him take his shoes off in the ring, he's already got like a little hobble, a little limp. So
yes,
the spot they did might have, just been a spot to sell the injury he already had. So thank God I didn't pay for it. And like I said, why buy it? I'm a horrible salesman. Why buy a pay-per-view when you can just watch it on social media? But yeah, it's just like Mrs. Meanie was like, oh, I think there's a fight tonight. A lot of people are saying things. Mm-hmm. I'm like, oh, what is it? And she told me, and I was like, oh shit. And he lasted a whole minute 8 seconds of the technically a minute 8 seconds. That's what they said, like how King Kong Bundy won in 5 seconds at WrestleMania.
Bundy.
Yeah. 5. But yeah, just makes you wonder if this is the end of the line for Conor McGregor, just not that I'm a young spring chicken, but getting a little bit older, the body might be saying, hey, take it easy, pal,
Wait, take it easy, pal. Do I hear that? Do I hear someone else saying pal?
The Blue Meanie.
I thought there. Yep.
Oh, and shout out to you for tightening that up for me.
Thank you. And a pleasant Baba Booey to you, sir. You are very welcome. Sir. I feel like it's the end of the line for Conor McGregor. I think we got to wrap this shit up. Yeah. I think it's time. And I think same thing like watching the Mayweather fight or whatever it was recently. And it was like, oh, brother, just wrap it up, man. Like, you should be out there doing this shit. Like, just be done. Be done.
And Mayweather's got his own problems going on too. So
yeah,
if you're reading the news and the social medias, but yeah, and Conor, it's his arc has been weird. When I first became aware of him, he was like this beloved figure. People, crowds of people would fly over from Ireland to watch him fight, and now it's just like kind of like people are just like, okay, I'm done. Enough. He's got his own issues outside of the sport, so to speak. That I'm, it's just a guy who went from being beloved to just like meh. It's an interesting study.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's a good way to put it. Is his issues outside of the ring have definitely have caught up to him significantly in all facets, and I think also too time. For the outside of that, like time is a bitch, dude. Time is gonna get you.
Yeah,
and I think it's at a certain point you got to know when it's time to say when. I think it's a little bit different than wrestling, though. You know, it's a more, I mean, it's not, I don't want to say either are more physical than the other, but I think there's a different level to, there's a different type of move set and physicality that comes along with UFC fighting as compared to wrestling or even boxing.
Yeah.
And I think that is, all three of them have their own issues that tax the body in different ways. But I think with Conor, I mean, you know, and Andreas Hale, shout out to the homie Andreas Hale. I love him. He's from ESPN. He's one of my good friends. Wonderful guy. Said yesterday, he was like, because there's been the commentary about people saying that he was hurt before he came out. And he was like, I don't think he was hurt before he came out, but like, you got to remember, he hasn't fought in 5 years. And instead of coming out and just warming up and doing what he needs to do, he immediately throws this fucking kick and blows his knee out. Like, you can't just like, that's like, it's comparative to Shane McMahon when he showed up at WrestleMania 39 and he hadn't wrestled in how many years?
Yeah.
And he jumps up, he does the big jump over the Miz and blows his fucking quad. Like, that shit's real. That happens.
Yeah. Yeah. It's crazy. And it just makes you wonder, you know, I would like to, you know, wonder what's going through his head right now, you know? So it's, you know, Father Time is undefeated.
Yes.
And, you know, dude, I feel it every day I get out of bed, you know, the aches, the pains, you know, shit like that. And it's just like, oh man.
Yeah.
But, and that's why, you know, when if I happen to take a booking that requires me to get in the ring, it's, you know, usually something fun, something, you know, easy, not easy, but, you know, I could be used in different ways to entertain the fans. It's you know, at the end of the day, it's entertainment.
Absolutely.
Know?
Absolutely.
Like I said, we said, Danhausen doesn't even need to wrestle. He's just entertaining.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, man, just like I said, Father Time's undefeated. So
got a little bit of breaking news right here.
Oh, please.
Breaking news. I'm watching Jesse Brown says, I'm watching a random Nitro from 1997 in the background, and someone in the crowd is indeed wearing a BWO shirt.
That's amazing.
Love it. I'll never
I get text messages like once a week of somebody somewhere seeing, or, you know, or a message on social media, somebody seeing somebody out in the wild with a BWO shirt, and it just tickles me, you know. It makes my heart happy. You know, just the fact that, you know, we're going on 30 years, and
crazy,
you know, the thing that's supposed to be a one-night deal, you know, is just you know, it's lasted all these this whole time, and you know, people are still, you know, wearing the shirt and representing, and I have other opportunities coming along, and you know, I'm trying not to give it away, but yeah, I got some opportunities coming up, you know, BWO wise, and we just put out a new BWO shirt, like an all over print shirt over at Pro Wrestling Tees, and the fans have been digging that. So, but yeah, it's pretty cool to, you know, to be here 30 years later on something that was supposed to be a one-night gimmick, and here we are still talking about it.
Mass Entity says BWO, not to be confused with the clothing line NWO. So
yeah,
okay,
yeah, that's another Vince sound clip, you know.
The clothing line.
Just if you watch that ECW Invades Raw thing, you know, there's a couple times he brings me up, like at the end, you know, the pull apart is like, oh, I'll get the Blue Meanie back out here. I'm like, what the fuck?
Me? Me?
That's awesome. Yeah.
That's pretty, I love the fact that the stories that you tell when you, like, Vince and Paul both just, they're just so excited to see you all the time. Like, I just, that tickles me for something. Like, I just love that. The love that they have for you. It just, that warms my heart.
Yeah, Paul pops. It's funny.
I told you after the fuck him thing at the end.
Yeah.
Good.
It was done with love.
Yeah. Well, what I was saying was, like, at the end, he just, like, he had that Cheshire cat smirk that just, like, rolled across his face, and tell him I said hello. It's like, I will, sir. I will do that. Yeah. Jesse Brown says, to piggyback off the Conor McGregor question, is it too late for him to pop up in WWE? Should he have had a run when he messed his leg up before?
Who knows if he went to WWE and would have had that injury,
Yeah.
Injuries like that are like the final straw, like the saying goes, the straw that broke the camel's back kind of thing.
Yeah.
It might be a little bit too late,
Yeah.
Yeah, he could have started the WWE run 5 years later, but then again, he's also got those things going on outside in his personal life that, as put a mark on him, that might, make people shy away from doing business with him. So,
that's a really good way to put it.
Yeah, they just got rid of the owner for, reasons, similar reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And, to bring again in a guy who is, accused of allegedly doing similar things, would just seem counterintuitive, yeah. So, if I could tap dance around that one,
yes, I think that, let me think. I'm going to try to be as diplomatic as possible here with it. I think that if you are going to do it one way with one person, you can't then do it a different way with another person.
Yeah.
Especially with the severity of the nature of the issues.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that ultimately outside of the physicality and the issues that he has with his body at the age that he is.
Yeah. To start a brand new
career.
Yeah.
I mean, not everybody's Ronda Rousey, right? Not everybody is Kurt Angle, right? Yeah. I don't know how it would have translated into WWE. Yeah, I think that's probably a good place to leave it, right? Just right there. And I think that's probably, yeah. So, let's go into the next question here. Carlo Carlson, Coke Zero, my favorite drink. He says, hey, Blue and Goob, brother Goob, I got an Ask Meanie for the team. Team guy in ECW. I guess what he's asking is, do you like, which one was the better team in ECW, the Dudleys or the Eliminators? And for Goob, would you do a power slap or pillow fight match against Muscle Man Malcolm? Love the show. Keep it coming.
I mean, Eliminators were awesome, but for longevity, look at the Dudleys, multi-time tag team champions, in ECW, WWE, Japan, TNA. Well, they did hold the WCW belts, but they were, basically WWE, WCW belts.
Mm-hmm.
But, they had a hell of a run. Eliminators did a lot of great things, but they just couldn't last because Perry and John, knowing John Cronus, amazing talent, but he was a handful outside the ring. And I say that in an endearing way. I used to, I would travel with John Cronus here and there, and just like, Jesus Christ, I just the 90s were wild, but they did a lot of great stuff, innovative stuff. But as far as a good run, I'm going to have to give it to the Dudleys.
The stats here for the Dudleys, they are the only tag team in history to hold the WWF, WWE, ECW, WCW, NWA, TNA, and IWGP tag team champions. And they also won the All Japan Pro Wrestling World's Strongest Tag Determination League, which is unbelievable. That's an unbelievable statistic.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I think if the Dudleys are always going to be my favorite tag team of all time. But I will say this: I'm going to throw a curveball at you here. Sure. And I know we had an entire episode named after them, the Gangstonators.
Yeah.
Like just New Jack and Cronus, like that's, and I know it wasn't for long, right? Like it feels like it was for much longer, but that pairing, I mean, that for me is ECW. It's like the Gangstanators, Taz, and the Blue World Order. Like that is my ECW. That's my White House cabinet right there. I'm just throwing it out there.
Gangstanators were a fun combo. You know, they're just two over the top characters. You know, man, I miss Cronus.
Yeah,
fucking miss Cronus. He was just like a big kid. You know, I still talk to his son here and there, but yeah, you know. I mean, well, the good thing about the Gangstanators, New Jack and Cronus, they got along outside the ring too, where, sometimes you're tagging with somebody and you don't have a rapport outside the ring because you're just traveling together so many times and stuff like that. And I've seen situations where tag teams can grow apart, but that was a fun run. For New Jack and Cronus, the Gangstanators. I loved it.
Yeah, it's one of my favorites, man. And our last question here from Matthew Elvis Presley. Any wrestlers you can think of where maybe creative got it wrong with a championship? Like, I think Tatanka should have beat Shawn Michaels at WrestleMania 9 for the Intercontinental Championship.
Where did creative got it wrong? Sting should have won at WrestleMania. Definitely.
100%.
Yeah, that one still bugs me. It was his only WrestleMania. Let him have a WrestleMania moment. So, I don't know. Did Jerry Lawler win his WrestleMania match against Michael Cole? I'm trying to think.
I don't know if he did.
Yeah, if somebody's going to have a WrestleMania, like a one-time WrestleMania match, at least let them win the fucking thing,
Yeah.
Especially if you don't know if they're ever coming back, to have one. But
Mass Sanity, just as not to cut in, but Mass Sanity said that Michael Cole won that match, which another crime.
Right. Just, I get it for the heat aspect, but yeah, definitely creative got it wrong. They should let Sting win at WrestleMania against Triple H. That it wouldn't have hurt Triple H to let Sting win.
No. Yeah. No, I agree. I just on a, Jerry Lawler too, being one of the most decorated champions in the history of wrestling.
Yeah.
Never holding the WWF championship at a time where he was such a fucking heel against Bret Hart. I mean, they gave Bob Backlund the title for a day. Like why not give the King the title and let him have that same thing with Dusty. Like huge opportunities missed here in order to solidify them in their careers. Oh, I'm sorry. Mass Sanity says that Lawler won by DQ or submission rather. And another one too, and Matthew Elvis Presley says it here. He says Owen Hart over Bret Hart at WrestleMania 10. Yeah, absolutely. I think that's another good one there. But we wanted, another good one though. It's been another great show today, Blue Guy. We appreciate it. We appreciate all your questions. Don't forget to tweet us.
Appreciate the
don't forget to ask us and send in and tweet your questions using the hashtag #AskMeanie, and you may hear them on the program. But Meanie,
Blue Meanie, very cursed.
You know what time it is.
Oh yeah.
Where can everybody keep up to date with all things blue when they're not listening to the program?
If you would like to follow the Blue Meanie on all forms of social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Blue Meanie BWO, wherever you do your social media, ing. I made up that word, I guess. If you would like to support the Blue Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Blue Meanie BWO. We got the all over print BWO shirt that's been selling pretty well over there. If you would like to support Mind of the Meanie, go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. MadCatBeardCare.com. Get the Blue Spruce Beard Oil or Balm. Shout out to Josh Thornton, who does an amazing job over there taking care of the cats. He takes them in, takes them to the vet, and they leave better than when he found himself. If you're a cat lover like myself, go to MadCatBeardCare.com. The Ultra Pro Wrestling video game coming to all major consoles. Ultra Pro Wrestling contains not only original characters created by the amazing Hal Haney, but many real-world wrestlers, including myself and many others I'm trying not to spoil. So go to ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. That's ultraprowrestling.com or follow them on Twitter at UPW Video Game. To have the Blue Meanie on your podcast, go to podstars.net. That's podstrz.net. Register your podcast, book the Blue Guy. Let's have a conversation over there at podstars.net. Cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO for birthdays, holidays, and well wishes. Book through the site. Please don't book through the app. The app takes too much of your hard-earned money. So, we can make somebody stay a little bit brighter over there at cameo.com/Blue Meanie BWO. But most importantly, Mr. Barnard, where can we find you, sir?
Well, thank you, sir. You can find me on all forms of social media, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, and Blue Sky. At This Is Goober. Yes, it's my handle. No, I'm not changing it. It's a brand, pal. So go and find me there. You also find me over on YouTube, over at Foundation with Adam Barnard, over at youtube.com/@FoundationRadioPod. We are closing in on 2,000 subscribers over there. So I want to thank you very much for everyone who's watched and had a chance to comment, listen, and share. I appreciate you and all the work that we're doing over at TheSportster, which don't forget my stuff with Will Ferrell and Luke Wilson. As long as everything goes well, that should be released by Tuesday or Wednesday. So go over there and subscribe at youtube.com/@TheSportster. Shout out to the homies at the 10th Ward Barbershop in downtown Lawrenceville on the outskirts of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Don't forget to get your hair cut up and done properly by Kane and the rest of the team at 10thwardbarbershop.com. Don't forget also, Meanie, I have you know, Super Jersey Summer Spectacular is right around the corner. We are less than 6 weeks out from the show, and we are at 90% sold for tickets. Nice. We are this close to selling out for the first time ever. It is August 29th at the Iron Peak Sports and Event Center in Hillsborough, New Jersey. It's going to be a Mall Rats reunion. It's going to be the largest one on the East Coast. It's Kevin Smith and Jay Muse, Jason Lee, and a host of other people. We're also doing photo ops, I'll have you know, with Jay and Silent Bob dressed up together in character, as well as some fun Jason Lee stuff. So go ahead and get your tickets now before they sell out at superjerseyexpo.com. ProWrestlingTees.com/Mind of the Meanie. Pick up a shirt and keep the lights on at Casa de Meanie and the Barnard Home for Wayward and Troubled Youth. Don't forget to go to all of our sites here listed at the bottom, all of our social media pages. And if you go to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie, you can sign up and join the Pod Squad. Tiers starting at just 10 human monies and join us each and every week. And you can watch us live. And if you look above Meanie's head there, you can see youtube.com/@Mind of the Meanie. You can listen to all of our shows going all the way back to the year of our Lord Jesus Christ, 2022, actually. We've been doing it this long. Holy Santa Claus shit. So you want to go ahead and check that all out there and see what we have popping. We appreciate you being here every week. Shout out to the Pod Squad, as always, for joining us. You could be anywhere in the world right now. You're here with us, and we appreciate that. And I appreciate you, Blue Guy. We will see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel for the Blue Meanie. I am Adam Barnard. Join us again each and every week as we take a trip through the mind of the Meanie. Peace.
Blue World Order. Blue World Order.
This episode of Mind of the Meanie is hosted and executively produced by the Blue Meanie and Adam Barnard. It was mixed and engineered by Carl Pinnell. Additional narration is provided by the executive voice, Sam Krebs. That's me. Our intro music was performed by the Swamp Candles. Our outro music was performed by Chikara. Additional musical accompaniment is performed by Enrichment. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter, or X or whatever, at Mind of the Meanie, and become part of the Pod Squad by going to patreon.com/Mind of the Meanie. Find our entire show archive at mindofthemeanie.com. This has been a Butts Carlton media production. Butts Carlton, proprietor.
Blue World Order.
That was Blue Meanie's brain out.